Dor is an ancient, walled port city that was active until more than 1500 years ago. Today, Moshev Dor and Kibbutz Nachsholam are located there. Dor Beach has several bays and small islands that create natural breakwaters, suitable for the port. The city probably began about 4,000 years ago. The Canaanites were in the land under the rule of ancient Egypt. The Phoenicians were seafaring Canaanites who settled along the shores of the Mediterranean and specialized in shipping and fishing. They built port cities, ruled the sea and maritime trade. During the Kingdom of Israel, Jews also began to live there, apparently on good terms. The rulers of the empires, in general, got along well with the seafarers, as they were aided by them for overseas trade. During the Persian period, the city grew and houses were built and its walls strengthened. The production of the crimson dye used for dyeing fabrics developed, made by growing a variety of shells in seawater ponds. In the Hellenistic period that began more than 2,300 years ago, the city continued to expand and grow and a magnificent palace was built. In Roman times about 2,000 years ago, the city was rebuilt in a modern Roman style. With aqueducts, drainage canals, bathhouses, shops, temples, public buildings, theater and residences. The city was then very active. Following the construction of Caesarea by Herod, and its becoming the most important port city in the region, the importance of Dor began to decline, and activity was slowly stopped. The inhabitants left and 200 years later the city was abandoned. Less than 1,000 years ago the Crusaders built a fortress. But the place remains deserted. It was then settled according to tradition by immigrants from Tantara in India and the settlement was called Tantara. The port was renewed and returned to use for the cotton and watermelon trade. And Napoleon used it as a military camp. In 1891 Baron Rothschild bought the land and set up a wine bottle factory. The business was unsuccessful and the building is now used as a museum. After the establishment of the State of Israel, Kibbutz Nachsholam and Moshev Dor were established after the previous residents left. Today the mound and beach area are a national park.